Good morning, birdless tree. Yesterday I took down that one cupboard door. I've been doing that in our previous apartments as well, and I feel like it really gives that little bit of dimension and a space to decorate a little bit in the kitchen as well. So we don't have a very good air conditioning here, so we'll see if this stays, but I'm really happy with it, at least for now. Why is it so difficult to pour without making this? Can you see me? I have no idea. Okay, well, last night I finished actually the Dictionary of Lost Words by Pip Williams, and then I didn't sleep so great because this book ends with a section with like World War One going on, and it was horrible to read, and I was like sobbing. And it was dark and nighttime, and I was alone here, and then of course I had nightmares after that, so I had no idea the book was gonna end on that sort of note. Well, it wasn't the very ending, but anyway, it would have been wise to read it like on that daytime or something. Yeah, here is our new apartment, by the way. We moved in the beginning of February, no, the end of January actually. So it's a studio apartment, and you basically already seen everything. Well, most of it, like from this angle, and then we have like a bed alcove over here, which is really like saves a lot of space. But yeah, I should already be having breakfast, and I'm starving, but it's easy to like take your time with your morning routine when you don't have a morning meeting or lecture or anything. So my eggs should be ready pretty soon, so then let's eat and I'll tell you what we are doing today. I've been trying to get into the habit of doing those dishes immediately, which will be like so hard to get clean after they have like dried, and it's really annoying when you would only want to start eating, but then it does save so much like frustration. If we have a dishwasher, I would do it a little bit differently, but we don't, and we are not getting one here because it doesn't fit anywhere. How's my sourdough doing, by the way? Oh, it's doing great. Look at that. Can you see? Ooh. Let's eat then. getting so late. Okay. I'm gonna hop in the shower and shake my sourdough, and then I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of the timetable of my studying day, which should be starting in 10 minutes, so see you soon. We are back, we have showered, we have put the bread to the fridge, and we're ready to start the studying day. So now 2 hours of studying. I have different projects going on. I might need to prepare for today's lecture, which is at 2 p.m. and then I have to discuss an independent course with a teacher via email, and then I'm also trying to find a place to do my internship, so that's a big one for this spring, or for the remaining or last period of the year, which is really insane. Then after 2 hours I'm gonna have lunch and a half an hour break, and then I'm gonna do 1 more hour of studying, and then it's time to leave for the lecture, which is about like the different styles of literature. I study in Finnish, so it's kind of difficult to translate the topics sometimes. And then I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna go pick up my library books on the way home, because I have books waiting for me there as per usual. And then I'll be at home at about 5 p.m. and then I'm gonna have 1 hour of doing whatever I feel like, probably like resting and having a snack and stuff like that. And finally at 6 I'm gonna start my final hour of studying, so then in that way I'm gonna have like approximately 6 hours of study time, and I feel like that's the maximum I can like properly do, like active studying, really focusing. I think that's what I'm gonna do today. And my like prize in the evening is 1 episode of Virgin River, which I started on Monday, so that would be episode 3 today. And my husband is in Italy, which is kind of unfair, so I wouldn't probably otherwise be watching TV at night, but this week is exception. So let's get started, and I will be updating what I end up doing with my study time later on. It's 11 o'clock, so we are halfway through our morning study session. I've been mainly focusing on the internship process, which is so frustrating, but it needs to be done if one's gonna have an internship place. So fingers crossed that all this work has not been for nothing. I'm almost finished with probably the last application of the morning, and then I need to make a phone call to my friend who's working in a church with whom I might be able to do a collaboration for 1 course of mine. Otherwise it's still gloomy, feeling a little bit sad all in all. Like, I don't know if it's the weather, I'm on my period too, so that doesn't help. I don't like being alone at home like days and days and days at a time. So it will be nice to have the lecture to go to have some human contact. I'm studying with the Pomodoro method, so 25 minutes of studying and then 5 minutes break, and my next session will be starting in 2 minutes. So it's lunchtime. Apparently I forgot that I was supposed to put my lunch in the oven during my last break. That was the plan, but that didn't happen, so let's just use the microwave. Then it's also time to bake my loaf of bread, which will be ready to eat when I come back home. Yay. I'm so done with working. It just, everything feels like so slow, and I'm waiting for a bunch of different people to answer me, and just like trying to find the internship place is so difficult. And yeah, well, I'm gonna have like a career service person to help me in 2 weeks. I just looked that up as well, so that should be helpful. I really hope so, because I'm making almost like no progress with this search, and I just applied to like a publishing house internship, which would be like a dream come true, obviously, but those are so difficult to get that I have like 5% of me believes that I might get a call back, so that sucks. I'm also really hungry again, so let's eat and then probably have a little bit more energy to continue on with my day. I'm having like a salmon, sour cream, sweet potato, mashed potato. There's also carrots down there, like a leftover dish for lunch. There's 2 woodpeckers in that tree. I have no idea if they show. Hey, they do! Oh my gosh! I love woodpeckers so much. They're having their lunch over there. Nothing is going according to the plan. And I'm supposed to be leaving in like half an hour, and I didn't even get to start the extra hour of work that I was planning on doing before I leave, but it doesn't seem like it's happening. I've just been eating lunch and prepping to leave to the lecture, and now the bread is not finished, even though it was supposed to be, and maybe I'll squeeze in like 20 minutes of sending those internship applications, and then it's time to go already. And the start of a new period is like always such a mess, I think, at least for me, and I so much prefer like the end of the term, and I know that's an unpopular opinion for sure, but for me it's so much easier when you know exactly what you're supposed to do and what are the deadlines. Alright, here we go.
nostat pois for all times, 2 ensimmäistä säkeistä. Tämmöiset nyt-hetkelit ilmaukset, niin kuin après ça, tai maintenant.
Look at my socks. Oh boy. I miss my rubber boots so much.
Otelapas tää aurinko. Jossain ulkona. Ai.
One hour of studying left. I think I'm going to contact the teacher I was supposed to about the independent course, and that's the #1 priority. And then I should start like my master's, like a presentation thing, like a shorter version of my master thesis, which doesn't exist. So I need the independent course and the theory background for that. So it might be pretty impossible to start it on my own. I will be running out of time to write it because it's due in 6 weeks and I have 0 pages out of the 15. So that's stresses me out a little bit, to be honest. Even though luckily it's like just the seminar course and then you have to go and write the thesis on your own and there's a separate grade, so that comforts me a little bit. But other than that, I might send out a little bit more applications because that never ends. Yeah, if I have time, I have this one Russian poetry collection. We were discussing this at class like really briefly yesterday, and I went straight to the main library and got it because it's supposed to be like nature related poetry, and I'm the biggest fan of nature, so I got it. Yeah, let's do the final work and then we can watch Virgin River. Okay, half of the last hour is now done. I realized that I left my hair up like ridiculously with the last clip, so well, that's gone now. I sent the email. I got one call back to actually send an application to an electricity company communications manager, so I'm gonna do that now and tie up some loose ends and then be done for the evening, I guess. This was really great to just like got the email out of the way. I should have started with that one because it made me feel so great, but I had the same teacher's lecture today, so I felt that it would have been really awkward if I would have sent it and then he would have like come to talk to me at the lecture about it. I don't know. I guess I'm awkward like that, but that's why I didn't want to do it earlier today. So that's my explanation. Anyway, it's done now. I'm so happy. So happy about that. Here's how the bread turned out. It's somehow a little bit like gloomy looking, and it didn't like, I don't know, open up properly. So I don't know what that means. But it will be tasty because it's always tasty. So I'm not worried about that at all. Hey, quick library haul actually. We have The Body Keeps Score by Bessel van der Kolk. Then we have One of Us is Back by Karen M. McManus with these cool black edges, kind of spooky. Then I started Between Us and not liking it very much this far, to be honest. I hope it gets better than this. Then we have Tom Lake by Anne Patchett, which I've been waiting for at least for 6 months, probably more. Then I got a cookbook by a Finnish author. I wanted to recheck some recipes. I've had this one before as well. And then, I don't know, this is for studying. It's a Finnish book and I don't really know how to sum it up, but it's for a non-fiction class I'm taking. So that's that. The bread turned out so good. Look at it. Oh, it's beautiful. So good. So I feel like the Virgin River is the kind of series that after you have watched one episode you just want to keep watching. Like the ending is there's always a cliffhanger, at least always in these 3 episodes that I have watched. But I like it surprisingly much, like with all of the cliches and the small town romance stuff, which is like, I feel like Gilmore Girls is the one and only that I will like wholeheartedly tolerate. With all of the books and the series out there, they get just so repetitive. But I think the actors and actresses are like surprisingly good here, so I will continue giving it a chance. But anyway, I think this is where I'm going to close off for the night, because from now on I will just do a little bit of cleaning and maybe make some cookie dough for tomorrow and read and go to sleep. It's nighttime by my standards, so nothing crazy anymore. If this day was crazy to begin with. I guess I will see you later then. Good night.